pray to God Almighty I'm in focus right now. In my first year of college, I knew a baddie. I'm talking gorgeous, funny, intelligent, a little bit off her rocker. I was smitten. Fresh out of high school, and she put me back into that puppy love bullshit that I was so ready to get behind me. Now, it is worth stating that the baddie in question most likely didn't need or probably even want the pedestal that I put her on, but that's a whole different essay for another day. This is so uncomfortable. I think I'm in actual physical pain, but I thought the shot would look nice. Does it look nice? We'll see. Is this even recording? Am I in focus? The story is we were at the library trying to get an oatmeal cream pie from the vending machine. One problem, the baddie in question forgot her wallet, and thus came Tosin, the hero, the Elon Musk, the Elohim, the baddie tamer, the Nigerian prince, Marietta's very own. My card got declined for a $5 oatmeal cream pie. She laughed and told me to check and make sure that I wasn't in the negative. I told her I wasn't in the negative. I was in the negative. I should call her. I'm in focus. I'm in focus. I'm gonna focus. This is definitely my first time recording it, and not my 35th time, because I'm definitely focused this time. Because if you think about it, the past isn't real, at least not anymore. The only thing that is perceivably tangible to us is now, right here, right now. The problem arises in the fact that the present is boring as fuck. No disrespect to those of us who love the present, but like, this shit is dead. I haven't fumbled a baddie in weeks. I also haven't left my house in weeks, but if anyone comments, tries to draw a connection there, I'm banning them. Also, there is the fact that my past seems to have a hard-on for me. It follows me around like a shadow at noon. The things I did in the past, far worse, far more sinister than fumbling a baddie, attach themselves to my every thought, using my present to inflate my past. Remember when you did this? Remember when you said that? You hurt that person. You hurt that person. Look at you. At this point, not only am I inundated with visions of things I did, that weird, almost physically painful wince you get when you remember your actions, I get it for things that I could do. Like, my brain has already gone through so much of the shit that I actually did. It's not like, what if you did this? What if you said that? Wouldn't that be horrible? You could. You've said crazy shit before. It's the same tedious song and dance I've been doing for years now. Everywhere I look, it's past Tosin saying something awful, or a fake present Tosin saying something worse. Quadeka, in his song Born Yesterday, said, "I couldn't figure out how to outrun me. When my legs grew weak and I tripped and fell onto my face, I raised my head for a brief moment and I saw him. Tears in his eyes, those eyes heavy with fear. I wasn't running from little Tosin. Little Tosin was running from me." I swear to God Almighty, if you're not in focus. The metaphor I've come to like using for this is the sun. You know when you're a kid and you're like, "Dad, why is the sun following us?" And he's like, "No, son, it's you following the sun." And you look at him like he's lost his mind because you know damn well you're not following no goddamn sun. It's not that the past is chasing me. It's that I'm chasing it. Or rather, it's so important to me. Its gravitational pull is so much that when I try running away from it, I just end up revolving around it. Ironically, despite how much time I spent despising little Tosin, I'm the one who keeps chasing him. I'm like a cat in his teens. When I catch him, I pretend like I can't stand him and push him away or bite him. The truth is, that kid was lonely enough. He hurt good people and they gave him grace. If the people he actually hurt can let it go, what right do you have to hold a grudge, Tosin? In the Are Men Evil video I did with Tala, I said this quote by Frederick Bachman. They say a person's personality is the sum of their experiences, but that isn't true, at least not entirely. Because if our past was all that defined us, we'd never be able to put up with ourselves. We need to be allowed to convince ourselves that we're more than the mistakes we made yesterday. that we're all of our next choices too, all of our tomorrows. Yeah, I've stepped on many hearts to climb to the present. I've learned so much, but in my effort to hold myself accountable, in my use of the past as self-harm, it seems I've stopped myself from applying those lessons. The truth is, the past does exist. There is no little Tosin. There is only Tosin. In that same Amen Evil video, I talked about how you can condemn your past self like you would an incel on TikTok. That's bullshit. My past self might be different, but he's still me. I am the one who did all those things. I have not been condemning past me. I have been condemning me. And it's tiresome. The past, the present, the seed of the future, that is Tosin. I'm liquid, but not necessarily moving back and forth. I am back and forth. A spectrum. The past has turned to stone, monochrome, but the future is an array of more colors than I could ever possibly imagine, just waiting for my brush. I'm tired of leaving little Tosin in the car. I want to see it. Oh, that's gonna hurt in the morning. My back. Freaking frickster, dude. Hello, wait. Oh, my mother. Please don't leave. I did what I seemed to be unable to not do and wrote a new book. It's called The Imaginary Parts of Lucifer Heart. This copy is really butchered. In it, the protagonist, this boy right here, Toby, is haunted by a devil and makes a deal with said devil in which, in exchange for his freedom, he has to make a girl fall in love with him before he graduates. Naturally, it doesn't end well. And after breaking many hearts, including his own, he has to reconcile with the fact that women are not a road to run away from your past on. It would mean the world if you bought this book. The ebook version of this is like only $4 on Amazon. $4, it's crazy. The link is down below. I'll give a shout out to anyone in the comments who tells me they bought a copy of the book. Thanks to all these niggas for their support, and have a good day. I'll see you whenever next my fingers get itchy. Goodbye.